Welcome to the Bike Talk with Dave podcast. I'm your host, Dave Mabel, and I am excited to be sitting here on my front porch after a bike ride with my favorite co-hostess. Host or hostess?
Hostess.
Hostess with the mostest. Your favorite, D. Mabel. Hey, D, how you doing?
Hi, Dave. I'm doing good.
I am not here to interview D. She is going to be my, I guess maybe you are an interviewee. But anyway, before we get to that, don't forget that you can still get 14% off at the Core 4, which is August 17th in Iowa City, Iowa, by using the code Core4 Bike Talk when you register. And 10% off at Gravel Worlds if you register using the code Bike Talk with Dave. All right, commercials out of the way. Let's get on with the show. So Dee is here because she has ridden the past 10 years what used to be known as the OK200, Okoboji 200, and it is now not called that. It's called something else, and I want her to explain that. So Dee, what was the OK200 and what is it now? And then we'll talk a little bit about that because we have a special show coming up after this conversation.
Oh my goodness, I am not the expert on the name change, but I can tell you that it's in its 14th year, and in the very beginning, maybe a few that I did, so let's see, I did not do the first 4, so maybe for like 3 years, so 7 years maybe, it was the OK200. I could be corrected too. I don't know this for sure. It was the OK200 because we bike from West Des Moines, Iowa to Okoboji, Iowa, and it's 200 miles, therefore the OK200, and now it's Break the Cycle 200, breaking the cycle of human trafficking. So
quick, before we get into the Break the Cycle and human trafficking, point that thing at me when I'm talking. How many days? 200 miles in how many days?
Oh, yeah, we do it in one day. So that is pretty epic, right? I mean, the guys that founded this, 2 guys, I think, having a discussion on their back porch, were thinking, let's do something epic. Let's ride 100 miles, which 100 miles is epic, but a lot of people do 100 miles, do 100 miles. And so they're like, let's do 200 miles. So that's how it all got started. And it's grown into, like I say, its 14th year. Woo, we've had as many as, I think, 70 riders. Really, our best number is half of that. This year, I believe, oh my goodness, I don't know.
Right around 30.
Yeah, I think 32, 34, something like that, which was perfect. So it grows every year. There's a minimum. You have to raise $500 to be a part of it. So we raise our funds for human trafficking awareness and recovery for the $500 minimum. But really, everyone tries to go above and beyond 500, raise as many funds as they can, because it's a great cause to raise money for. Something we shouldn't have to raise money for, but we do.
So 2 questions. One, I'm going to come back to, and that's the how much we've raised, you, and why break this out? Why human trafficking? Where did that come from? Some guys just wanted to ride bikes 200 miles. Where did they come up with?
Find a worthy cause, and oh my gosh, I would defer it to Andy McCoy. You'll have to have him on sometime because he could give you all the history of it. But I don't know why they picked that cause, that nonprofit. They work with Hope for Justice to make sure the funds are going where they need to go. I know a lot of funds stay local here, like with Dorothy's House and things like that. But I am not the expert.
Fair enough. So I know how much you raised this year. How much did the group as a whole raise this year? And then how much has it raised over the course of its lifetime? Do you know those?
I think we're at $2 million total, and I think this year our goal is 150, I believe. I know we were about 120, I believe, on ride day. I think I just sent another check for $100 today, so I want to say I'm over 5,700. But I don't know, Dave. Math isn't my strong suit.
Well, anyway, it's been an awesome cause, and you said it helps locally, but it also has had an international flavor. When you first did this, why did you do it, and then why do you keep coming back?
Okay, well, I honestly first did it 10 years ago I love to ride my bike. I wanted to see if I could ride 200 miles. I had no idea what the cause was. And then I went to the night before dinner, and I heard some gentleman who had just gotten back from Nepal talk about his experience there and the horrific stuff he witnessed of, young girls under the age of 13. And it was pretty disgusting and pretty moving. And then I thought, I can keep doing this. I can keep doing this every year because, we got to make a difference for it. So that's what motivates me every year is the cause. And I didn't know what human trafficking was 10 years ago. Maybe other people did. I did not know. And now, you hear about it all the time. At church, at work, wherever,
How does our money help people today? The money we raise?
Well, I know you go to the kickoff dinner, Dave, so you can answer this question. But two private investigators, right? We've funded 2. David Gonzalez was one of those. He just went, I believe, to the Iowa City area, and I'm not sure of the new investigator that's here, but that's pretty cool that we can employ people to figure out human trafficking that you think is not just happening in other places, but in your backyard, in Iowa, in Des Moines, and we don't even know about it. And they're there to investigate and crack down, right? So we don't have to.
And then by investigating, they hunt down leads to help people get out. So somebody may reach out, somebody may recognize the signs of somebody who's
being held captive or working for someone else because they're a prisoner of human trafficking. So then a lot of our funds are for the recovery. So we rescue the kids, and then we help in their recovery. And I can't even speak to what all we have in Des Moines, but I know Dorothy's House is a big part of that, and I know that we're a big supporter of Dorothy's House.
And we also help put the bad people away, right?
For sure. I'm just wanting to fly.
All right, sweet. So now that we know what Break the Cycle is, you do this ride every year, end of June, mid to end of June.
Last Friday in June, unless it's 4th of July weekend, and then they'll bump it up a week.
And you start out, tell me about the ride itself.
Okay, well, we're riding 200 miles. Usually it's 204 or 206, unless it was my first year 10 years ago and it was 196, and I had to go out and ride 6 more miles because I measure nothing, and that's a true statement. But I was like, if I'm going 200, I'm getting 200 on my Garmin. So, but it's usually a little bit over 200. Hugely supported by volunteers. In fact, we couldn't do the ride without volunteers. Everybody has to stay together. It's not like there's groups of 6 and 4. It's like we're all together, like a little group, like a little peloton, and we're sandwiched between vehicles, support vehicles. One to lead the group, that's got the flashers going and whatnot, and then someone at the tail end. And every 25-ish miles we'll stop. All the nutrition's laid out. You have time to have your nutrition, go to the bathroom, say hi to your friend, tell people good job, back on your bike. We break for an hour at lunch. Most of our stops are at a church or a park or someplace we can, maybe have access to restrooms and stuff like that. But hands down, we could not do it if it wasn't for the volunteers. And we get a lot of the same volunteers year after year. So it's like a well-oiled machine, it runs so smooth.
It is a well-oiled machine, and I volunteered. I've photographed it before, but this year I went in one of the support cars, and we all had, long-range walkie-talkies or whatever those things are called, and super well-oiled. I think we had 3 cars following and 1 up front, and occasionally through some big, quote-unquote metropolitan areas. We had police escorts, which was nice, but we were on the walkie-talkies back and forth, like, okay, wave this car forward. All right, there's a car coming. You can't wave them forward yet. And super well-oiled, super impressive.
Yeah, communication is key, and then we also couldn't do it without the support of Bike World, local bike shop, huge. They send a couple volunteers every year. Somebody gets a flat. They're there to do whatever we need to do, have some kind of mechanical. They're huge. They help us transport the bikes back when, we're taking a bus back. They'll do the bikes. So huge community involvement for sure.
Yeah, and so I thought it would be kind of fun for a podcast to bring you along. So, of course, I brought Mr. Microphone on the ride since I was volunteering anyway. And
how much I love that.
I know. You're always a good conversationalist, Dee. Your interviewing skills of your son are suspect. But, so I brought a microphone along. And we uploaded some videos along the way, too, so you can go to Break the Cycle on Facebook and see a lot of our day as well. So we're going to start with Brent Mitchell, who's on the board of the local Break the Cycle. I also want to say, this is kind of a national opportunity. There's been a 200-mile ride in Dallas, Texas area, and a 200-mile ride in the Minnesota.
Nashville. Oh my gosh, yeah, they have several rides for sure. It's definitely grown. They're doing great work.
Do you know the website? Google Break the Cycle.
Yeah, for sure. Break the Cycle 200. Or Break the Cycle in general, because you're right. There's lots of other. This is the 200 we're talking about. But there's the Break the Cycle Challenge, which here probably has more participants than the 200. So, yeah, Break the Cycle's key for sure.
Yeah, and if you want to host one of these events in your neighborhood, get a hold of the Break the Cycle folks, and we'll get you hooked up, and you can do a 200-mile ride through the Poconos Mountains, through Colorado, through California, wherever you are, and help support this cause. So I do want to say that. But Brent Mitchell's on the board of the local Break the Cycle foundation, organization. Yeah. And we started out with him and then followed up with Ross Arati and Teresa...
Iorati, but yeah.
Iorati.
And Teresa Galentine.
And then I think I got into the...
extraordinaire.
Yes, she was a volunteer extraordinaire. She really was. She's the one who laid out all your nutrition for you at every stop. But I think after that, I got good at asking people their names and where they were from. So.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yep. So this is Brent Mitchell, 25 miles into the 2024 Break the Cycle 200.
Piglet.
How you doing, Dave?
Awesome. How you doing, man? How's the ride going?
Doing good. We'll have a tailwind now. We're heading north. We had a little headwind coming west. Not too bad. We made it in one piece.
Nice.
Only 9.5 more hours of ride time. We're good to go.
So almost done then.
Yes.
How long have you been doing this thing?
Well, this is probably my 7th or 8th year.
Why? Why do you do this?
We ride to help others that can't help themselves. And so far this year, we've had 26 investigations with 10 rescues. And so it's all about rescuing people and getting results.
It's like legit, actual, real live results. It's not like this money just goes off somewhere and you don't know if it does any good or not.
Correct. And all those rescues are in Iowa. And so when you look at, internationally, it's in the hundreds. And so we have investigative offices here in the state of Iowa that handle our Midwest Investigation Hub.
How's our fundraising doing this year?
Right now we're about $145,000 raised with the goal of $200,000.
So we got a ways to go.
A little ways to go. And then since the inception of the ride, they've raised $2 million.
It's crazy. It's awesome.
Yes.
What's harder, raising money or riding the bike?
Probably raising the money.
Well, keep riding, keep raising.
Thanks, Dave.
Hey guys, how are you two?
Awesome. Great day. Great cause we're supporting.
Wait, I was just going to cross
As I'm
that
eating.
interview. No. That's better.
Ross, how's your day going?
Great so far. I love the tailwind and sun staying out for now, but been a great day so far.
How many times you done this?
This is number 10 in a row.
Number 10?
Yep.
That's awesome. So this will be 2,000 miles of Break the Cycle.
Yep. All for a great cause.
Why do you keep doing it?
The cause that we support, but also too, I love riding with my friends. So
Nothing wrong with that.
Amazing.
What's harder for you, raising the money or riding the bike?
Probably raising the money.
Yeah? Can somebody still give?
Yes, they can still give.
Awesome. How do they find you?
I'm not on Facebook, so text me. I'll send you the link.
Fair enough. Do a search for Ross's link. So you're along volunteering today. How's your day going?
It's been beautiful, gorgeous.
Yeah?
Great company, great people, great cause.
What? How'd you get roped into this?
This guy, just happen to know this guy.
How you've done this a few years, haven't you?
Third year.
Third year.
Yep, third year.
Awesome. Do you enjoy? You glad he roped you into this?
I am. Again, good people, great ride, beautiful weather. It really is a great cause.
Awesome. We're a quarter of the way in.
Yep.
Yay.
Thanks, Dave.
Hey, Rose, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. Do you know where we're at?
Rippy?
We're in Rippy.
We're in Rippy. Yeah.
49
Rippy.
miles in. How you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good. I feel really good. It's
Yeah.
not hot out yet. It was like a lovely ride in. It's been a beautiful morning. The Peloton is fantastic. I feel good. Yeah.
Awesome. How many times you done this?
This will be number 6.
Why do you keep doing this?
I love it. I love the cause. I love that, it lets me, put purpose to my pedaling. It gives me motivation, it gives me inspiration, and it makes a difference. I get to make a difference with my voice and my bike and doing something that I love for a cause I love.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Tell me your names, where you're from.
Jared, I'm from Urbandale.
Jeff Jansen from Carlisle.
You guys, how's it going today?
It's good. It's not too bad. For when we're going north, we got some wind behind us. That last stretch, we went west for a while, so that kind of sucked. But all in all, I got a great group of riders, and it's good.
Good pace and good cause.
Have you guys done this before?
It's my 4th time.
Fourth time?
Yeah,
Both
this
you?
is my fourth ride as well. Yeah.
4 times 2, 800 miles today. Marking it off, heading towards the 2,000 mile mark.
Look at us.
What's harder, raising the money or raising the miles?
Money.
Money?
Raising the money, for
Yeah?
sure. Yeah, it's a lot. People don't realize how much work goes into today. Today, the 200, it's hard, but it's for sure not the hardest part. The training and all the hours you spend away from home, all the early hours you get up, get on the bike, all the miles you put on. It's a ton of work just to hopefully get someone to donate a little bit to be a part of this fight with you, And if I could just donate 10,000 myself, I wouldn't be out here. But I do the biking, so other people can be a part of it because they can't do the biking. So, but yeah, raising the funds is the hardest part for sure.
Yeah. Why should somebody support your cause here?
You want to take that one?
Yeah. It's just a great cause. The tagline is that we suffer so they don't have to. And even when it gets hard during this ride, we don't give up because those who are suffering and being trafficked, they don't have that option. And so it's easy to get in that mindset and realize we can't give up on them either. And many people do, and many people don't think about it. And the fact that we're at the 80-35 crossroads, it happens a lot in Iowa, and a lot where people don't notice it and realize that it's going on. It's a forgotten thing.
Yeah.
And it happens, and it's right here in our community.
Yeah, there's no greater cause than this. I'm not an avid cyclist. I wouldn't just bike 200 miles for fun or for personal achievement. I wouldn't do it literally for any other cause.
Huh. Awesome. Well, you
Just
guys.
think about if it was your kid or your daughter or
Heinous evil out there.
With your help, we will
break the cycle.
Hi.
have a great ride.
Are you going to join me?
JT, how you doing today?
Good. Great day.
There we go. There it says Bike World in the back. Got to give them some loving for supporting us today. How's your ride going today?
It's going well so far.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's only my 2nd year, and it's a great day. Last year there was nervousness, and can I finish? And this year it's a little less nervousness, a little more enjoying the ride.
Oh, nice. What attracted you to do it in the first place?
I'd heard so much about it, riding with these guys for so many years, and wanted to be part of a good cause and ride with great people.
What was more intimidating to you, raising the money or putting the miles on and being ready for 200 miles?
Probably the miles. I have, people that right away chimed in and were generous to donate. So that part wasn't too hard, but 200 miles is not a short ride, even even people have done endurance stuff before. That was my longest ride last year when I did it.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Have you done 200 since in between?
No, no way.
What do you do to get ready for this? Like, what's your training plan for somebody who's thinking about doing it next year?
Well, you know, I think a lot of us are time crunched. I certainly am. I've got 3 young kids that are in, 1,000 different activities, busy job and all that. So I think the thing that can give people confidence is you don't need to go out and put 1,000,000 miles and do these, 150-mile rides. Honestly, a lot of my training has just been shorter, intense, hour and a half rides, but a lot of hard intervals. And that fitness actually carries over real nicely. So I think the people that are nervous about that, yeah, it's definitely good to have a few long ones under your belt to get kind of your bottom and your feet and your hands ready and, understand that time in the saddle. But in terms of the fitness, just getting in some good hard intervals, you can do it.
Huh, awesome. So the legs feeling good at 150 miles
well,
today?
so far, yeah.
You guys have had a nice day.
It's been really nice so far, yeah.
A little rain, but not too bad. Was
just
that
enough
comforting?
to cool you off. Just enough to cool you off. Nothing scary, yeah.
Awesome. We'll have a great next 50 miles.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it.
Deanne, how you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Where are we? Do you even know what town we're in?
No. What town? We're at lunch.
We're at lunch
Lytton.
in Lytton?
Lytton? Is it Lytton? I think
I
it's
don't know.
Lytton.
Lyton?
And yes.
I was saying Lytton. I don't
the
know.
church lady
Lytton?
fed us wonderfully, yes.
Yeah, it was a delicious lunch. 120 miles in. How you
120
feeling?
miles in. Feeling great.
Yeah,
Feeling great.
120 miles is not very far for you, is it?
Well, it's a ways. 120 miles is always a long ways. But
Tell me about the ride so far. Like, what's it been like?
it's really been pretty good. We've had a nice lot of tailwind, a little bit of headwind. If we wind up on the left side, you got to fight it a little more than if you get tucked in there. But I spend most of my time riding alone, so I'm just loving any time I get a little extra pull. So it's been good. It's been good. Warm, but not terrible.
Yeah, sweet. How many times you done this?
This is my 6th.
6th time. Why do you keep coming back?
Oh gosh, it's the cause. It's all about the fact that I can ride my bike and do what I love and help other people is just mind blowing to me, and just that I could talk to people about what's going on in the world and that they can give me $10, $15, $20. We can put it all together and really make a huge difference, in central Iowa and around the world. And it's because of riding our bikes. So it's just a really neat thing, and I'm thrilled to be part of it.
That's awesome. So you knocked the leather off of the ball in fundraising.
I had a good year.
So listen, everybody who's listening, if you want to donate,
send it to me.
D Mabel.
It all goes to the same place.
It all goes to the same
anywhere.
place, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. What was I going to ask about that? What advice would you give to somebody who wants to raise money for this next year?
I think be genuine. Just be who you are and tell them. I'm very upfront with when I'm excited, nervous, scared, whatever. Because all those things go into a big event like this, into training for it and whatnot. And be sincere in thanking the people. I mean, they can give their money anywhere, and they choose to give it to us, which is a really big deal. So I think being sincere and I do some stuff on social media, but I also I reach out to people individually. So I've had a lot of people over the years that have supported me, and so every year I thank them again and say, hey, by the way, I'm doing it again, and it's really worked out well. I've had some really generous folks and a lot of people that have supported me every year or every other year, and so it's I guess that's the secret sauce.
Awesome. Well, you're a role model on the bike, and you are a role
thank you.
model in that world of helping people find this cause.
Dave, I appreciate it.
Good luck the rest of the day.
Thank you.
Hey guys, my first question is, Dee, are you going to sing happy birthday to Phil?
We already did, but I would happily do it again. Phil, would you like that? Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, Phil. We're glad you're on the ride.
Phil, it's your first Break the Cycle 200. How's it going so far?
It's going great. I'm a little nervous about the upcoming storms. That's where my mind's at, but I'm sure we'll navigate it just fine.
What prompted you to come on the ride today?
I've been wanting to do it for a few years, and then 3 years ago we had a kid, And then last year we had another one, so I thought I was going to have to wait a bit longer. I was a little afraid to approach my wife because it's a lot for her to, get 2 kids going in the morning without me. But it happened to align on my birthday this year, so I used that to kind of show my wife that it was meant to be this year.
And it's an epic birthday for him.
And it is the big 4-0.
I thought it was 23.
23 would be wonderful.
Or
It's
so.
epic, so he's doing something epic. It all worked out.
It all worked out. It was totally meant to be.
So we're about 130 miles in. How is it so far?
Good. I see the heart rate kind of gradually going up every 10 miles or so. So
That heat is hot.
Yeah, I'm putting out 130 watts, and my heart rate is making me think I'm putting out about 230. So
Oh boy, yeah, for sure. So you say you've wanted to do this for a while. Is it the cause or the ride or a bit of
both? I think it's just a great combination. I think, as I was telling Dee earlier in the ride, I'm not one that likes to ask people for money. I'm a public defender, so I represent people that don't have any money. That works out well for me because I don't have to collect money from my clients. And so with this particular cause, it's just not that hard, because if someone does say no to my ask, I don't feel bad about it because I just know how important this is. So yeah, I think it's kind of the perfect combination of a great ride and a great cause.
Awesome. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you in, in 20 miles too, but
Yeah.
in 70 in Okoboji.
Yes, sounds great.
Congrats on your ride.
Thanks, Dave.
Out, Dave, are we done?
No, Dee, I got to get you on here. Dee, you've been coming for 10 years now.
10 years,
Why
yep,
do you
number
keep coming
10.
back?
Well, the first time I did it to see if I could ride 200 miles. I didn't even know what the cause was, and then listen to a gentleman get up in the office when there was like just a small handful of us and talk about his trip to Nepal and the stories and the stuff he witnessed, and then it's not hard to keep coming back, like raising money for a great cause.
Yeah, and you've been doing good raising money. Like, what's your secret sauce
You know what? I mean, human trafficking, nobody wants that to be happening, right? So once we ask and they get on board, then every year for me, people are like, hey, are you doing your ride again? And they're excited to donate. Yeah,
Nice.
I think so. I think people are excited to donate to a great cause.
Yeah. So another big step besides Phil's 23rd birthday is you're going to hit your 2,000th mile of Okoboji today. What do you think of that?
Oh, wow. I thought you were going to our birthday. So,
No,
yeah,
no,
I
no.
like the 2,000th mile better. I didn't think of that, Dave. Thanks. Wow. That's cool.
Is there a memorable mile in the past 10 years?
That's a tough question. I need like 60 miles to contemplate that. There's different things about every ride for sure. People and stories, and I mean the best thing is like you meet different people and like you get to chat all day long and hear different stories, why people came, why people are riding, what motivates them. Some people are having rock star days, some people are like everybody helps everybody. It's a beautiful thing.
Awesome. We'll see you on the
We have a question for you, Dave.
go.
So are you doing this next year, as in pedaling your bicycle?
He's a great age to do
Let's
this.
knock that out of
Throw
the
down. My 30th birthday throwdown.
Right on.
Oh, I don't know. I might be able to be talked into that. It looks like you guys are like riding a long ways though. I don't know. I'm just sitting in a car.
Right. The first 50 was like, oh my gosh, we're a quarter done. You're
Yep.
kind of sad.
And then you realize there's
And
20
then
more
you're
miles.
happy. You got 100 done. And you're happy it's 137. So the jump in the lake will feel good at the end. It's hot today. It's hot. The heat will be our challenge.
Yeah. Are you talking me into it or talking me out of it right now?
I don't know. Just talking.
All right. We'll see. We'll leave the audience in suspense.
Okay.
Perfect.
Peace.
Thanks, Dave.
Andy, how we doing today?
We're doing great.
Yeah, where are we? Do you know where we are?
This is Lost Island Lake.
Uh,
We're 178 miles into this.
oh, nice. It's a beautiful lake. I mean, it really is pretty. You just went over a little causeway. It's a nice ride. This is a scenic ride. You would encourage people to do this and join you, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
In fact, you did. You were one of the original guys who did this and came up with this crazy idea.
That's right.
Tell me quickly about the first year.
First year, or year zero is what we
Zero.
call it. Yeah, year zero, because it wasn't quite fully baked like it is today. So There's four friends, Ryan Schulte, Rocky Vest, and Adam Bender. We said, hey, let's ride to Okoboji. That's a huge day. Let's try it. Had a couple guys, Brad McClure and Aaron Brinks, kind of sag. We did it. It was really hard. We were undertrained. And we started talking about it with friends like Basso and Coons and people, and they were like, let's do it again. And so we ended up inviting many other people to come with us, and then at the same time decided to make it about something. And we used the platform of this crazy ride to raise money, support survivors of human trafficking.
Yeah, and tell me about the history of that. What's the original connection there? Why human trafficking?
I think the fact that we had done, like in the Peloton, you're kind of working to help each other get someplace. You know, the strong in the group really do need to kind of take a position on the, in the wind or at the front to make sure that things go well for the group. You need to look out for people that are struggling a little bit, and we really felt like that was the same way that we may be able to use that to help people who would be in a tough situation or trafficked or oppressed in some way. We thought it would be a good way to kind of do that on the bike, but then have it reflect a cause we could support as well. So kind of strong or the free helping people that were in a weak situation or oppressed.
Huh, awesome. And do you think you guys have made any impact over the past dozen years?
Yeah, I know we've changed lives, we've saved lives. I mean, there's obviously people talk about it in terms of dollars, and it's a couple of $1 million, which is huge. But I know in the early days we supported safe houses in Nepal where dollars go so far. And so I think like one ride that we did, like one edition of the Break the Cycle, I think we were able to support 300 survivors or women and their children in a safe house for an entire year. Something like that. So if that didn't exist, they would have had a very tough situation, no place to go. And so that's just one example of something from the past. But we know currently we're supporting investigators, which really spend a lot of time to follow up on, some leads that they might have or referrals, and the investigators can kind of work on those for a while, figure out what's credible, what might end up being something that could end up going before law enforcement. And so there's been dozens and dozens and dozens of those cases in the last couple of years. I know we've made a difference.
Huh, that's awesome. Can people still give?
Absolutely.
How do they do that?
They go to the Break the Cycle 200 website, or you can also find it in the Hope for Justice website. Find somebody to donate to or donate to the general cause.
Awesome.
So Break the Cycle 200.
Awesome. Well, we have about 25 miles to go, and we could raise 25K more, couldn't we?
We absolutely could. We should.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Okay.
Have a great ride.
Thank you.
Hey, what's your name? Where are you from? And where are we now?
You're in Terrell, Iowa. That's with a T. My name is Julie. I'm the mayor of Terrell.
The mayor of Terrell. And
I'm Jerry. I'm from Terrell, and I'm second, I guess, pro tem mayor.
Mayor pro
City
tem.
Council.
So we are with the leadership of Terrell, Iowa, and it's a beautiful day. Maybe a little wet, but that's all right. We're getting close to our destination at Arnolds Park. You guys host a great, everybody looks forward to coming to Terrell, to be honest.
Awesome.
And it's because of signs like this. But, what's your viewpoint? How do you view this ride? How do you view these guys riding through here all the way from West Des Moines?
I think it's very awesome. And we support you completely, 100%, because we're both on the ambulance crew. And so we've taken classes, too, about trafficking and things. We really appreciate what you're doing.
Great. That's awesome. Well, thanks for hosting us. It's great to have indoor space, and it's great to be in Terrell.
Welcome to Terrell.
Yes, welcome.
Christine, congratulations. You know what?
Yeah.
I see water behind you.
Yes.
Look at that. Congratulations, you made it.
Made it to Okoboji.
That is a total of 400 miles for you on the Okoboji Break the Cycle 200. Celebrations by Rose. And holy moly, you are one of 4 women to complete the ride today. How awesome is that?
Yeah, that's amazing. Like, I have a strong group of women that encourage me and inspire me to go harder. And obviously a great team. The men are amazing. I couldn't make it here without any of them.
I think everyone can say that.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
everybody,
It's teamwork.
I don't know how to say yes, it's
Yes.
teamwork. What inspired you to do this? Last year was your first year doing this.
That is correct,
And I know I met you in the spring last year, and you were talking about it, you were preparing for it. What got you going in the first place?
I have a roommate that actually worked for a safe house in Cambodia. So I had no idea what human trafficking was until I was roommates with her, and I was shocked and appalled that there are more people in slavery now than they were like back in the slave trade, and that is the sex trafficking industry. And so that really inspired me. I like a challenge, and the thing is, I don't want to just ride 200 miles for the sake of riding 200 miles. So this is a great cause, and people I know were so willing to donate to help set free people that in the sex slave industry.
Awesome. Well, I'm super proud of you. I know last year, maybe we had to do a little talking to get you to hop on your bike in the morning. But you did. How was your ride last year? And then how was your ride this year?
So last year I wasn't going to do it because I had a lot of like injuries leading up to, and maybe it was more like fatigue when I was training. The most I went was 125 miles. And you, Dave, said to me, because we rode in the mornings, group rides, you said to me, I've seen you train and I think you're ready. Just go and try and see if you can do 100 miles. And I was like, oh, that's an option. And ended up going all the way. And I remember when I got to the end and saw you the next day, you were like, I knew all you had to do was get on a bike and they'll take care of the rest. And that was true. It was definitely teamwork. Very indicative of like even this industry and how we all need each other.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
And so you got your second one under the belt. I'm proud of you. And I don't know, how do you feel standing here at the lakeside?
I feel very proud. It was a tough day. Like, we had headwinds, we had rain, we had heat, and I do not do well in the heat. So there was a lot of mitigation and a lot of like teammates cheering me on and covering me when the wind got like really heavy. So, yes, like he's one of them, and everybody like looked out for me. Like I said, I could not have done this without any of them. So
awesome. Congratulations. We'll see you next year.
See you next year.
Well, it's kind of fun to listen to all that and kind of relive the memories, isn't it,
Yeah,
Dee?
for sure. It is fun. It makes me tired. No, not really.
You guys all look great at the end of that thing. You guys went through some rain.
The rain
some
was a
storms.
huge blessing. It was hot, so the rain, 50 miles was a blessing for sure.
But when you guys got to Okoboji, it was gorgeous.
Yeah, and now unfortunately they're getting hammered and having trouble with all the flooding. But yeah, I would say we were blessed with a fantastic finish.
Yeah, and a great meal at the end of the day. It was super fun. So kind of fun to go back and listen to those interviews and relive the memories and get ready for next year. You doing it again?
I'm doing it again. Are you doing it, Dave? I think that was
That's the
asked
question.
during the interview. So
It was. I'm nervous about.
Mr. Mabel's still contemplating.
How about if all of the podcast listeners here today pledge $1,000? Not all of you, but if we can raise $1,000, then I'm in.
Oh yeah, right on. Dave is nervous not about the riding, but the fundraising. And I was like, $500 minimum. Like you can crush 1,000 on supporters and what? Yeah, people are eager to help support this cause, hands down.
Yep, for sure. So Google Break the Cycle and get involved. And before we go, don't forget Core 4, the ride where no surface is left untouched. It's a super fun ride. It's not the easiest ride I've ever done for sure. Pavement, gravel, actually crushed rock, single track, B roads, farm fields, all kinds of. It's a super fun ride. August 17th You can get 14% off your registration fee and at the same time be supporting Bike Talk with Dave, which is super cool. When you register, just use the code CORE4 Bike Talk. And Gravel World's 10% off if you register for that as well. That is a super fun weekend. They've got a new start-finish venue that they are super excited about. And you can get 10% off by using the code Bike Talk with Dave. So I hope you have a great week. Enjoy the 4th of July weekend. And remember that nothing compares to the simple pleasure of riding a bicycle.